Because everything, you know, back in the States is online. Here,
Yeah,
it's more direct. Yeah.
you have to meet the person
Yes.
and then arrange or negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yes, that's very true. We are now advancing in regards to these technological, platforms as we
Right.
enjoy and making life easy in the states.
Yeah.
Here it isn't so.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have much patience, and working out in Ghana, you may feel it's not a comfortable
Right.
place to be, but
Exactly.
there's much to enjoy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, much to enjoy other than, um, you know, uh, the glitches or whatever
Right.
it is. Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm. The
and
glitz and the glamour is that the West try to,
exactly.
try to show you.
All right, so
Mm-hmm.
Nigel, have you been in Ghana before?
No, it's the first time.
Your first time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your very
Yeah,
first time.
very first time.
Wow, that's quite. And what motivated you? What did it start from?
Just really knowing that it's time to come back to, the motherland.
Okay.
It's time for our people to come back and stop building up the
Mm-hmm.
U.S., a place that, we was taken to, and we continue to thrive there, even though we don't get the credit for the work that we do, you know. So it's time to come back here, build here, and things like that.
Okay, okay. All right. So you come here to build, and to live,
Exactly.
new life here in Ghana. But I still want to have that motivation pinpointed. What is the drive?
The drive.
Yes,
Um,
to think of coming here to build.
keep seeing my people in the West not really get the full credit that we deserve for the things that we do. Is
And when
always
when you say credit, what do you mean by credit?
like, so if we invent something, it's usually a white man that get credit for the invention
Oh,
that we're doing instead of the actual
let's
person
put it
that.
there.
Huh?
Should a black person invent anything, to say a mobile phone?
Hmm.
Okay,
But that's what we invented. We invented
the mobile phone
that.
was invented by a black person,
Yes.
but the whites turn around to take credit
Yes.
of those inventions.
Hmm.
Can you give me, one or two, if you so, or if your memories will serve you right? Some of the stuff that were invented by black people.
So the mobile phone, the
Uh-huh.
callback, the answering machine, everything, the street lights, that was all of us.
Invented by black people.
Hmm.
Oh, it would be so surprising to you that if I should call an African or Ghanaian person to ask who invented all these things you have mentioned,
Right.
they will say it's the white.
White man, yeah.
Oh,
Their company are the ones that get credit for it, even though
okay.
it was a black worker that
Yeah,
made it. Mhm.
great.
Yeah, so they look at AT&T or Verizon and they would think that a white person did it, but yeah, it was a black person working there that invented it.
And so
Hmm.
because of that, you think we've been long cheated,
Oh
and
yeah,
so you want to change the narrative.
exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay. Okay. So apart from this, is there any other drive or factor why, for all these years having lived, you were giving birth to in the States, lived,
Right.
schooled, drawn, till this age of yours? I don't know though.
Right. Right. Right.
In the States, having enjoyed that easy life, automated kind of stuff,
Mhm.
and you want to come down to Africa, Ghana to be
Right. Right.
precise.
Yeah, I mean, the glitz and glamour of America looks great. Everybody want to talk about the roads and the infrastructure and this, that, and the third, but there's no real family or, sense of community there. Everything is just always on the go for us. We always working. We always doing this and that and the third, but we don't ever take a time to actually be a community there.
Um,
Hmm.
would you say that the black person have suffered so much in the United States?
Oh yeah.
How?
Yeah. From having everything taken from us.
From
I
heaven.
mean, from the very beginning, you know what I'm saying? Even taking our names away from us to the point that we don't know our relatives.
You don't know
They
where they
can,
come from.
right, right. Even the white man that's from there, he can still connect to his Irish relatives,
Mhm.
his relatives in Europe or, UK, wherever he's from. But we can't do the same.
Blacks
because
are not, are not given that chance or
yeah,
platform to know that they come from Africa.
yeah, exactly,
While in the States, were you told that Africa is jungle full of trees, big trees, monkeys,
exactly.
no infrastructure, people are hungry, killing the. That was what
Yeah,
was portrayed to you, right?
yep. That's what was portrayed to us in school, and on my own research is how I found out it was the exact opposite.
It surprises me anytime I hear this. I mean, did you know that they do visit Africa? Those leaders who tell you that
Oh
Africa
yeah,
is a no-go area.
oh yeah. They don't want us to connect and be together, but they come over here.
They come over.
Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
That's quite challenging. So when you came, it's been 2 weeks in Ghana
hmm
and full of monkeys, full of trees,
No,
full of.
I haven't seen the monkey yet. Not yet. But full of trees, and I like trees. I love nature, so
Mm,
yeah.
that's great. That's great. 2 weeks. Are
Mhm.
Ghanaians that poor?
No,
Sorry, not don't let me use Ghanaians, but to say Africans. Are they that
right.
poor?
No, not like they represent. You would think that people don't have houses, how they make it seem.
Hmm.
They want you to think that we still living in huts over here, or we don't have cars over here. When people have cars, people have Mercedes, the same thing that we do in the States.
The mansions and the big houses you have in the states. Have you seen some around?
Yep.
Oh, so you would say that Africans are not poor?
I say that you can afford the same thing that you can there.
Mm,
You know. hmm
great, great. In the states, well, I haven't lived so much in the states, so I don't know inside out.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have places that are not quite pleasant, just as they make Africa seem it's not a pleasant place?
Oh yeah, plenty. And words, they may want to say, okay, the area looks more developed
Mm.
because every road is usually paved, but it's still as far as like as far as like the area concerned and
Hmm.
people are concerned, it is far worse in the states.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah, they
okay.
tend to be more criminals out there than here,
More
from what I can
criminals.
see. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You see more.
Nigel, I'll be back. I'll be back, okay? Hold on for me. I'll be right back after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I saw you. So you.
Yeah, African or something. Yeah, African. I said, yeah, African about that.
That's right, Africa is home. Alright, so you're hearing things to yourself, right? I know you'll be quite surprised, but that's how it is. That's the reality, and that's why we connect so that we share whatever it is. The bridge or the disparity or what the link that is missing, we're trying to figure out. So if you in Ghana and you've so been dreaming, we'll get into that to find out if America or Europe is that a greener pasture than Africa. We'll get to know that. Back again, Nigel. Uh,
Yes, yes.
I was saying, you are in the States. That's where you were born.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't been to Ghana before,
No.
but you see a lot of opportunities in Africa
Right.
than in the States. Um, have you ever heard African youth trying to cross wild borders, the
Mm-hmm.
Mediterranean Sea,
Yeah.
and losing their lives?
Mm-hmm.
All on the theme, there's the greener pasture
Pastor going into
somewhere.
Europe, right?
Is America that's a greener pasture?
No. I mean, if people like things that they can't get here, which is not a lot, you know, um, maybe so much the designer clothes or things like that that people like, or I don't know. There's very few things that I haven't seen here,
Mm.
um, or in some certain entertainment things,
Okay.
but that's not like
Yeah, that's not an
right.
opportunity.
It just is something
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Because it's so much easier, from my understanding, to open up a business here versus the states because you got to have so many different licensing, so many different um, like certificates or things of that nature in
Okay.
your background in order to open up certain businesses out
Okay.
here. So yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
okay. All right. So, in Ghana, what are you looking forward to do?
Oh, opening up a restaurant.
Restaurant. Why
Yes,
restaurant?
yes. Um, you see, I'm a big guy, so I love food. So cook a little bit.
What? You want to tell me, big guys, that you don't love food?
Yeah.
You haven't met a slim guy who could eat more than you could do.
No, yeah, no.
You
Slim
see this
guys
gentleman back here,
Uh,
and then he will tell you the kind of place he could do.
okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to open my mouth and see.
Yeah, so you want to open up a restaurant?
Yes.
Okay. And then restaurant in between what? Prepare what meals?
Having pizza, having shawarma.
Oh, pizza. This one, somebody asked me to buy him. Oh, was it her or him? I think him. A pizza. Like I haven't bought one before.
Really?
So you would definitely
You
get
never had
market
one?
because a lot. Yes, the youth are growing to like pizzas
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
it's really good.
yes,
Hmm.
really good.
Quick
Maybe at
food
your
to have
joints.
while you out and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then what else?
And burgers and
Burgers. Oh,
wings.
you
Your
bringing
your
America
normal,
to Ghana?
yeah,
Oh
yeah, your
yeah,
normal
I
little
got you.
American bar food.
You got it. So you no longer desire to go and eat those foods, when you have gone to America. But whilst in Ghana or in
Ghana, we can
Africa, you
have
could,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That's great.
Mhm.
That's great. But were you a chef there? Do you cook?
No, but I've worked in restaurants.
Oh, so you know
so
what it is.
yeah, I've did a lot of different
Oh
trades.
yeah, yeah. That's great.
Mhm.
That's great. That's such wonderful. All right. So how did the journey start with you? I've been in touch with you. We've had conversations.
Mhm.
But the reality, where did it start from? Did you just wake up a day, you had a dream, or an intuit, or you were forced, or somebody told you go to Africa, and then you started? How did it start?
Um, Started by like learning our true history
Okay.
and really wanted to get away from their indoctrination of
Okay.
what they're teaching us about
Okay.
ourselves,
Okay.
and really just come here and get away from the way that they kind of teach us everything.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So it started from there, trying to find out what the truth is. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And then, yes, having known the truth, still, to me, may not be enough. Like,
really.
you put forward, knowing the truth and then taking action
Uh-huh.
is a different thing. You understand?
Right,
So
right.
you got to know about the truth and then you took an action.
Action. Mhm.
Yes. So what went on into your action when you have found the truth that all these things have been so mischievous?
Mhm.
Okay. Where did it start? Maybe you didn't have a passport, so
Right.
you applied for it. and then on and on and on. I know you.
It just started by looking at different countries.
Uh-huh.
I may have started with 10 or 15 different ones,
Okay.
and I wanted to go to an area that I know was a high possibility that we came from. So
Okay.
I started to look into Ghana, all the countries around here,
Okay.
Nigeria,
Okay.
Gambia, Senegal, all of these countries.
Okay.
And I don't know what it was. It just kind of just spoke to me the most.
Yeah.
After I kept looking and looking, then I looked at other countries as well outside of those, like Rwanda,
Mm.
Tanzania, and a few other ones.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. But
hmm
Ghana spoke to you a lot.
yeah,
Ghana ranked first. That's
hmm
quite good. So when you decided that yes, you would move to Africa, did you have a passport then?
no,
You didn't have.
mm
So you had to apply for it.
hmm
Oh, I've also been briefed that in the States, you are made, or the States, it's like you are told
hmm
there's no other better
place
place
than the
than
States,
America.
right?
There's no better country on earth
hmm
than America. So there are a lot of Americans who don't even have a passport.
Nope.
Oh,
hmm
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
a lot of them don't want to, or don't feel like it's a need to travel outside of the country
Mm,
because they feel like everything is in America, so why go somewhere else?
right, right,
hmm
right. That's very beautiful. Isn't Africa too hot for you?
No,
Is the weather not hot for you? Do you like the weather?
I like it hot.
Really?
It gets hot in Atlanta as well during the summertime.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
But then it gets cold as well.
Okay, okay.
I
But you
prefer
like
it.
how it makes it up here,
Mm-hmm.
hot in the day, then maybe in the
A little
night.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little breeze. Uh-huh.
Are you looking forward to settle, live in Ghana as a Ghanaian?
Yeah.
You're a Ghanaian, I know. But do you want to live,
Oh,
build your home or your house here?
mm
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's